I saw you, did you see me? Think I need.
Welcome to Volkswagen Golf GTE, and more eco-friendly of the Golf GTI? Well, time will tell. Without further ado, let's get out of here, hit the road and find out what the Golf GTE is all about.
We can go, baby, we can go.
All right, let's measure the acceleration. So I'm going to pop this car into sport mode. The gearbox is in sport, and I think that's all I can do in order to boost both my confidence and my performance. Foot on the brake, foot on the throttle. Show me what you got. Go on, you German Sheila. Let's go. Gearbox too hot. You can drive on. Come on, get yourself together. So the declared 0 to 100 is 6.7 seconds, and I am 6.33. My timing, safe to say, was impeccable. The top speed is 225 kilometers an hour. 631. Not bad at all for plug-in hybrid with a 1.4 litre petrol engine. My magic box from Race Logic. Every single blimmin' time, he makes me so happy, no matter what car I drive. Is it just me? It is me. I do enjoy it. Yeah.
Kiss my lips, but do you feel the way I feel?
So let's begin by talking about comfort. We are riding on 18-inch alloys, which do come as standard. So the ride here isn't peachy. And as you trot around town at low speeds, you will feel some bumps and imperfections, but it's not bad. But as soon as you hop on the motorway or on a B-road, pick up a bit of speed, it does settle down quite significantly. Now, when you trot around town on electric only, these guys, of course, are very quiet. But when you pick up a bit of speed on the motorway, you will hear some tire noise, some wind noise. This car might not be the fluffiest machine out there, but it's actually comfortable enough to be a pretty good long-distance cruiser. All right, let's have a look at what we've got under the bonnet. So this is a plug-in hybrid. We've got a 1.4 litre turbocharged petrol engine combined with electric motor. The total power, 245 horses, 400 Newton meters of torque, and all of the power is being sent to the front wheels. And that is enough about the numbers under the bonnet.
And I know you've been here on the show road.
So the steering, the comfort and eco mode is reasonably light. It's got a very natural feel about it and a very good response. Now, this car is dead easy to maneuver because of two things. Number one, we are not that big. And number two, we've got a good turning circle. I wouldn't expect anything less of Volkswagen. What happens when you encounter a twisty road? Well, the handling here is superb. We're sitting low, we're very planted, we've got plenty of grip. It feels quite nippy. I'll tell you what, you will not be disappointed with the handling.
Will be a long run. It's not
Right, let's check the boot space. So we have 273 liters of space. The surface here is nearly flat, so very easy access in and out. Naturally, if you need more space to carry all your clutter, you can fold the back seats down. And once I have you here, as part of the package, you get two cables, charging cables, for the rapid charger or wall box and for the regular wall socket at home. And that is enough about the boot space. We have a 13 kilowatt hour battery, and the declared electric range is 56 kilometers, which is 35 miles. And you can easily achieve this when you trot around town. On the motorway, you will have about half of this declared range, but you can drive on the motorway with the motorway speed on electric only. Why do I say that? Well, many car manufacturers are limiting as to how fast you can go on electric only. And these caps are usually much lower. It's not the case here, because here you can go as fast as 130 kilometers an hour, just 80 miles on electric only. We've got a very clever system because the sat-nav guides this car when to switch between the electric motor and the combustion engine. All, of course, to improve our efficiency, but the switch here is very seamless and smooth, and more often than not, you can't tell when this is happening. Now, even if you don't regularly charge your battery, the fuel economy seems to remain at 6 liters. It's not much at all. Now on to charging. So you can charge the battery at home using a regular socket and it'll take you 5 hours. If you've got wall box, it'll take you 3 hours and 40 minutes. And this is really as good and as fast as it gets. You can use rapid chargers, but they're not that rapid for you because it will still take 3 hours and 40 minutes. This is really a sort of pop it overnight on charge kind of a car. I don't think it's bad at all. It seems to be a standard in the industry. Now to visibility. Got a very big rear window, plenty of visibility, no blind spots here. Of course, you've got the cameras. So I have to say that Practicality, Volkswagen has nailed it. And what about being a passenger in Golf GTE? So I have adjusted the front seat for my height, which is just over 1.7 meters, 5'7". I've got very good legroom, a very, very good headroom. You do have bits of Alcantara here and also the check. Lovely. What about the middle seat? Well, it really serves as an emergency seat because I can't quite fit in my feet in here. But anyway, you can put a child in the middle. You have heat seating and overall, it is lovely in here. And onto the cabin. So, Golf GTI has got a red trim and Golf GTE has got a blue trim. Blue being angelic, apparently. The cabin is clean, it is uncluttered, minimalistic, with the seats giving it a touch of quirkiness. Now, speaking of the seats, they're actually quite comfortable, but most important, they give you really good body support when you decide to get carried away on a twisty road, because they hold your body right here where they're supposed to hold your body. So I've got the fabric running all the way down here, Alcantara sides. I do wish this was Alcantara, but then again, I wish for many things in life. The quality of the materials, the fit and finish is very good. I do like this honeycomb pattern. I just wish it was a little bit lighter, the cabin. There she goes again. Nice steering wheel. You've got the shortcut buttons here. It does take a bit of time to get your head around, but I promise you, with a bit of time and patience, you will start enjoying these buttons. Digital driver's display. Got a different views, whatever your heart desires. Volkswagen gives it to you. I do like the digital driver's display, actually. On to Practicality. So, large bottle of water test. Side pockets, easy. In fact, the pocket down here is quite big, and you've got the carpet, so when you have a steel bottle or glass bottle, it won't end up banging on the sides and irritating you. You can pop your bottle in here and you can wrap it so it doesn't end up moving around. So it says, but yeah, it's actually pretty good. Plenty of storage space, deep pocket in here, more pocket in here, small pocket in here for your lip gloss or your keys or your coins. Okay, wireless mobile charging, lovely, very practical, and you can close this shelf so nobody sees who's texting you. What are they texting you? I've got your 2 USB-C ports, lovely. I've got a 12-volt socket, so that's always useful. I plug in my Magic Box from Rice Logic. Yeah, my launch control. All right, onto the infotainment system. I like how they integrated the touch screen into the dash. It actually looks quite beautiful. But you do have the thick bezel here and another bezel in here. I thought Mini loved bezels, but seems Volkswagen is also loving bezels. All right, so the system itself is really good, very intuitive, straightforward, easy to get your head around it, good graphics. Let's have a look at navigation. Let's have a look at the map. Lovely. It's very pleasant to use, actually. So that's that. I do like it. I do like the infotainment system. Okay, you can also change the colors, as you can see. Eternity, infinity, desire, vitality, lovely. I like the vitality. That's that. We'll leave it at vitality. So that's great. And then down here you've got the mumbo jumbo of sliders. So you've got no physical knobs to change your temperature or change your volume. You have the sliders. So, well, what can I say? I've whinged, I think, with every single Volkswagen model about these sliders. Volkswagen, if you're watching it, I think you've got the message loud and clear. It just shows you in life, just a simple thing, you can make it into such a palaver. I mean, but that's as with everything in life, isn't it? We can make simple things so complex and so difficult and so irritating. But anyway, if we don't take that into consideration, the cabin is great. It is practical, functional, it looks pretty good as well. So this practical pleasure will cost you just under £37,000 in the UK. But now let's focus on the energy of this car, best for last. So as you put your foot down in the comfort mode, the throttle response is pretty good, but you do get some rattle, and at times it can be a little bit lethargic. So let's pop you into sport mode and let's floor it. Oh, it's alive and it's punchy. Oh, it's excellent. It's rather delightful. And around the corners, it is agile like a cat. You're not gonna wrap your teeth around the next tree. Even when you get carried away in this car, sure, you might be missing the GTI sound, but you can still have plenty of fun here. All in all, this is a great all-rounder. Economical, practical, and quite feisty if you want it to be. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all very, very soon. Bye!